Hello, my peaches. What's up? I am Pratha and welcome to today's video. Today, I'm going to talk about a brand which is made in India. It is owned by an Indian guy, and he reached out to me on Instagram, and I straight up right then and there told him that I do not take collaborations for perfumes. And he was like, it's okay, I'm okay with that. Probably he was quite confident about his fragrances, and he said that I would still like to send you my fragrances and would want you to try them. And I made no promises to him. I was like, just send me the testers. I would like to try them out, but I can't promise anything. But here I am talking about these fragrances in a dedicated video, which clearly tells you that I ended up liking them. And the brand that we are talking about is Nyud Perfumes. So I will not waste any more of your time. Let's quickly get into this video and roll the intro. They come packed like this, and on the inside you have this luxurious packaging with a full 50 ml bottle and a perfume oil rollerball of the same fragrance, which really takes my heart. And a detailing that I would like to talk about is they have this wooden labeling on them. When I talk about brands investing into packaging and really putting in effort into packaging, this is what I talk about. There is a wooden label, like it's literally wooden, and everything has been engraved on this, and the packaging is so luxurious looking. So the first one that I have is Diva Leus, and I would like to start off with this one only. For making the fragrance long lasting, this perfume oil has been provided to you with every fragrance, which is a great touch to the whole thing. I'm all covered in fragrances right now. So these perfumes are priced at 799 rupees. Amazing price range, guys. The notes on Diva Leus are: top has bergamot, juicy orange, mandarin, and raspberry. Heart has mango, Indian jasmine, sambac. Amberwood and benzoin. Base has amber, sensual, musk. Now, let me just say that this fragrance is a mix of fruitiness in here, but what I get in the dry down is kind of a green mango, like a sweet mango with some slight green notes to it, with muskiness and sweetness, and it's a beautiful, fruity, fresh kind of fragrance in here, and it just smells great. It's a mango fragrance that I have not smelled till date. Anything like this, I've not come across any mango fragrance that smells like this, so I really have to give it to this fragrance that it's great. Oh, and the atomizer, guys, can you believe it? The way this, oh my god, this sprays like anything. It's so good. And the ingredients used in these fragrances are so good quality. They do not come off as alcohol-y, they do not come off as synthetic. The aroma chemicals smell rich and deep in here. This is a great summer fruity fragrance with the touch of that sweet mango pulpiness in it. So it's not exactly a juicy kind of fragrance. I would rather like to call it a pulpy kind of fragrance. This touch of a rollerball thing in here is just taking my heart, because I can spray this fragrance all over, but then intensify the fragrance by putting the perfume oil on my pulse points, because perfume oils tend to stay very, very long. So I think I've started off with the best. I just feel that way because Diva Leus is something that I fell for the moment I tried, and I was like, oh my god, in the price range of 799 rupees, how can the ingredients be so good? And none of this is sponsored. Please don't come for me in the comment section saying that, oh, you must be sponsored, you must have taken a collaboration. No, I have not, because I can prove it. So I would like to say that if you're a fruity fragrance lover and you're looking for a great quality, budget friendly fruity fragrance for the summers, which is slightly different from all the other fruity fragrances out there or the berry fragrances, do look into Diva Leus from Nyud. And now moving on to the next one. Next up, I have Dopamine. He sent me a tester for this, and I understand it why, because I told him my fragrance preference, and I clearly told him that I love my sweet vanillic fragrances and I don't like going in the direction of aquatics and everything. But dopamine is such a great fresh fragrance in here. Let me read out the notes to you again. I always forget that. It's a unisex fragrance, again priced at 799 rupees. The top notes have Bulgarian lavender, bergamot, lemon, mandarin, star anise. Heart note has sea breeze, cologne, Bulgarian lavender again, and geranium clarisage. Base has Indian sandalwood, Indian patchouli, oak moss, sensual white musk. I have to say, despite the fact that this has that oak moss in it, I am still loving it quite a lot. It has this soft woodiness in the base with all that freshness and that zestiness in the top. And the lavender is kind of making it, I would say, leaning more manly. But if you are a cologne fragrance lover and you like those unisex fragrances on yourself and you like sticking to them, dopamine is a very, very good option. I have to say that this is a very impressive fresh fragrance. I would not call it an out of the box fresh fragrance, but it's definitely something you will get as a very rich and very good quality ingredient fragrance for sure. So ditch all those the brands that you're buying in 600, 700 rupees and do look into dopamine, especially for guys. I would like to say that even if you're a girl and you like your freshies, you're into sports and physical activities, you need to look into dopamine from Nyud. The next fragrance that I have is Dark Sapphire, and this is just another interesting fragrance and another unisex fragrance. And it has the notes of top has rose, geranium, raspberry, heart has rose, amberwood, benzoin, and base has birch, incense, saffron, and agarwood. I have to say, despite the fact that it has that agarwood to it, it is coming off as so modern to me that I would love to put this on. It's like a dark, slightly sweet, but like a dark woody fragrance for me. I am kind of getting a vibe from this, like that of Shagaf Udaswad, but this is like lighter on the rose and it's coming off more of as a green but slightly sweet floral but woody kind of fragrance, but has a dark vibe to it all over, and it's very, very much appropriate. Like, it's definitely unisex. I would love to smell it on a man, but then on the other hand, I would love to smell it on a sexy bold woman as well. And the ingredients, I just cannot mention that enough, that these high quality aroma chemicals are taking my heart with every sniff. This is the first time after trying so many Indian brands, I think for now, till date, this is the best I have came across when it comes to aroma chemicals that do not go weird on your skin in the dry down as well. There are brands that smell really, really good initially, but then as they reach the dry down, they start turning very weird. So yeah, I just can't explain that. They kind of start turning pungent, but that's not happening with Nude perfumes. So if a dark, woody, but slightly sweet, very, very slightly sweet, or just kind of adding that smoothness to the fragrance, if that's the kind of vibe you want to go for the winters this time, and you don't want to go for the gourmands or the super sweet ones, so do look into Dark Sapphire. I hope I'm saying that right. It's sapphire, don't know. Dark Sapphire. I have already mentioned Love Swan, and I would like to again say that the notes on this are not mentioned. I'm not sure what's in here, but what I smell is a sweet, woody paste in here, which is like this damp woodiness, which is totally taking my heart. It has slight florals to it, but then has sweet woody paste kind of a thing in here, which is super feminine. It's super beautiful. I need to confirm it with him whether this is going to launch soon or not. I will mention the details in the description or in the comment. Love Swan is something which I would love to smell on every woman out there these winters. This is definitely a beautiful winter night kind of woody fragrance, which is damp, which is paste like, which is smooth, which is soft and feminine. I mean, it can be easily a unisex fragrance, but I would love to smell it on a sexy woman for sure. And I mentioned this in my bridal fragrances because I was so much drawn towards it, and I just felt like a sexy and a beautiful bride in the night time would smell amazing with this kind of fragrance on them if they are on a budget and they just want to own an amazing fragrance. Being in budget, Love Swan is something they will not go wrong with, and just can't hype this brand enough. And the last one that I would like to talk about is Blossom. Now, Blossom is something, you know me, I don't like florals that much. I am that person who is not much appreciative of florals, but surprisingly, I liked this floral, I have to say that. Blossom has the top notes of bergamot, grapefruit, rose, and geranium peaches. Heart has rose, osmanthus, apricot peach, milk, and white florals, sea breeze. Base has Himalayan cedarwood, iris, vanilla, benzoin, Indian sandalwood. Absolutely nothing about it is harsh or sharp. Probably it's softened by those sandalwood and milk notes in it, and it's a kind of floral that I would like to put on myself because it's very dominantly smelling of those citruses, but in a very smooth way. I love those smooth citrus fragrances, just can't mention that enough. It has all of my favorite notes like milk, sandalwood, and vanilla in it, along with that fresh floraliness and citrusiness in it. I just feel that it's a very beautiful summer fragrance, be it going to office or be it going and meeting people and some out of the office meetings. So, and you know, the packagings are so travel friendly on these. I mean, these are glass bottles, of course, but they look luxurious and they are small. They are 50 mls, so they are travel friendly as well. I just cannot appreciate his work enough, guys. I mean, if I'm saying that this is the best Indian brand I have came across, I mean it. And you need to look into these fragrances. I don't know how I never came across this brand. Thank God he reached out to me and he asked me to try out his fragrances. Thank you so much, Saurabh, for sending me your fragrances. I just love them. These are the kind of fragrances that I will keep mentioning again and again and keep recommending to you guys. The longevity of these fragrances is also decent. They easily gave me 6 hours, or let's say just 4 to 5 hours on my skin and 6 to 8 hours on my clothes. They also come with perfume oils, so you have to give it to this brand that longevity is something that will be fixed under budget. So yeah, you cannot expect more than that from a 799 rupees fragrance. I just again would like to mention that. So longevity is something which is doing a justice to its price, and I am really impressed with this brand. I just cannot recommend it enough. If you're still here watching me and liking me, don't forget to give this video a big fat thumbs up down below. You will find all the details in the description box below. I will see you in the next one. Till then, keep looking beautiful, keep smelling good. Have a great day all. Bye bye. Mwah.